Hi there, my name's Owen Black. I'm playing Titus Andronicus in the Quartet's production of Titus Andronicus. I got a call from Ross Gumbley, the artistic director of the Quartet, while I was supermarket shopping in Amberley, and it really came out of the blue, and he offered me the role, saying that Bain was directing it, and he said he'd like to work with me as the title character. And I just said yes, of course, straight away. Yeah, sounds great, man. Sign me up. And then I went home and read the play and shat myself. But wow, this is a hell of a play and this is a hell of a character. So we sat down and had a coffee, me and Dan, and I asked him, why me, man? You know, I'm way too young to play Titus. He's like in his 60s. I perceive he's 25 sons and he's been a soldier for 40 years. And Dan said he wanted to age it down a bit, so he had a younger, more agile cast. And also that he sensed a darkness in me, which I thought that was interesting. Luckily I had about a year, I guess, all up to consider it and think about it and try to break it down and understand who this dude was. And I finally had a breakthrough, got an in on who the fella was and what I felt was really going on, and from that point on I was able to really embrace the character and get excited about it and get excited about the play, because I felt I had something to hold on to that would sort of carry me through the development of this character. I guess I discovered that he is a hero character, which I didn't see from the initial reading, and probably not everyone sees him that way. It certainly is a challenge to mentally prepare yourself for the role. That there's, if it's the title role, there is a certain amount of responsibility on your shoulders, and when you're doing a Shakespeare and you've got a good ensemble cast around you, there really is a responsibility to step up to the plate and I guess lead from the front to some extent, to really set the tone of how things are going to go. That's how I felt anyway going into this, so I took it very seriously. The perception that Titus actually goes mad, and I guess he does in maybe some sense, and this was one of the things I really had to understand to really crack what was going on in these scenes where he was doing this crazy stuff. Was he mad or was he not? If he wasn't mad, was he pretending to be mad? Because you can't just play madness. I think that's impossible to play. There has to be a logic. The character has to have a logic that is then perceived as madness by others, rather than think about is he mad, is he not? Thinking, what is his logic when he's doing this wacky stuff? Then it became clear to me, and I thought, well, he's not mad. He's not mad at all, but he's been taken to another place that others can't understand because of the grief, because of everything he's dealing with. He's suddenly on another level, operating on a different level. That's kind of the way I see it. The rehearsal process has been, it's actually been very enjoyable for such a dark and gruesome production. It's a really, really good cast. I mean, Dan's put a fantastic bunch of people together. I felt very confident through the whole rehearsal process, which has been great. So I've felt very free and relaxed, and I put that down to the work I put into leading up to rehearsals. I think audiences should expect a good yarn, man. It's a good story. It's I think it'll be an experience. It's got, as I said, it's quite a crazy play. It goes all over the place. So it has terrible things happening, but then there's also a lot of humour. And they say the best tragedies have a lot of comedy, and the best comedies have a lot of tragedy. And I think there's an interesting balance in this, that there's some very silly scenes written as, well, they appear to be written as quite silly scenes. Dan's really seized on those, and I think it's a good way of breaking it up so it's not just all terrible, sickening stuff, because there are some awful moments, some awful scenes, but then it goes somewhere else. I think it'll be a bit of a roller coaster. I think it'll be an emotional ride for people, and I feel it's an uplifting story. So yeah, I've really enjoyed working with Dan on this. It's a different approach, and I think he's got a great handle on it. I think he's the right man for the job, for this play. I really enjoyed his approach and working with him.